Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6, for a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Gnorc is a simple creature. Simple! He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Okay, so this is a test run, so hopefully I don't screw this up. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about, but here's the first dragon.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, finally into the proper game. So, yep, kill these enemies. I used to love the maze when I was younger. Kind of wish it was a bit more complicated than what it actually is. Used to, on old notebooks, would draw Spyro levels and make really large map levels, really long maps. I'm weird like that, so. Now these pillars are a difficult thing to do, so yeah. Getting this, interestingly, one of the first enemies that takes more than one hit to kill. All the fancy glitch, but yep. And yeah, that's good. Now let's talk to this dragon.
Where's Nasty Gnorc? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Well enough, there's a secret level. That's not really secret since this game's been out for like 30 years. But you can actually access the flying level from like the very beginning of the game. So the flying level, but we won't be doing that yet because we can't be bothered having to go through flying levels. So make sure I got that one.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Thomas appears, I think, in a hero's towel as well, but he's very different from the version that you see in this game. Swing. Die, nor die. Serves you right for stealing those gems. Did I miss any? Yep, I've missed a few gems here. We're going to town square later, but just collect these gems. So, yep. Platforming gets a lot more difficult as the game goes on. So this would be pretty easy. I shouldn't screw this one up, although the camera's not as good as what a modern game would be. Now this is a really difficult one. I used to have difficulties getting to, and yeah, I do have got it first time. Unfortunately, this game does not have the hover ability, but it does have the rolling, which, strangely enough, is the only game in the Spyro series until I think the remastered that has the rolling ability, so...
Cool Flash, do that again.
The Artisans boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First you must complete one of the other Artisan lands.
We'll be coming back to this later, so I think there might be gems in there, so I might not be able to finish this level. It's been a while since I've played through this game, so there's usually gems in those dragon mouths. And it seems I'm probably about right there. So now it's time for Stone Hill. Treetops was a long way away. Go after this ram. When I was younger, I always thought you had to flame them, so how many times I took damage coming across these things. And quite a satisfying area, trying to get all the chests. Unfortunately, I haven't got them in one go.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Okay. Some more gems. And there's another go here.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
I think one thing that the remake or the United Trilogy does better are these cutscenes. That one there felt a little weird when I was younger, and I think Toys for Bob did a really good job at kind of, especially giving the dragons some sort of character. And here's the secret cave. Again, not so secret since this game's been out since before a lot of people have been born. Here, I'm old. And while we're at it, we can go and get the dragon that's down here. And the first middle chest.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Not sure why they put that there for the health thing, because, like, you know, you've already taken on some enemies, although if you look carefully I haven't actually taken any damage yet, but it shows you how well I know this game. Now these are probably the first enemies that you're probably not going to be having difficulties with. They can actually only be defeated by flame. But again, not much of a challenge. Around checking sword, there are no more gems that I've missed, and now it's upstairs and just talk to this dragon.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
And if you didn't know how to do gliding, then clearly you haven't been paying attention to the gameplay and stuff, so again, redundant tutorials. It's kind of easy to see the gems from a distance. You got the little glimmers. We're going to be leaving this egg thief alone for now because there is a glitch that I plan to show off later. So one more. I've no idea where this is. Where this one? Oh, there it is. It's down here. And that's all the gems. So that's Stonehill completed for now, besides obviously the egg thief, but we will be coming back for that later. Since I'm a bit of a completionist, I'm going to have to insist on seeing if they're getting these things here. Make sure the door's open and I can get that gem. And actually, no, there isn't any gems. I must have misremembered that then. No idea where the other gems are. Well, oh, is it there? And yeah, I'm not smart sometimes, so go figure there, eh? Select another one of these orby things, and you're definitely going to need lots of lives for later levels, especially tree drops. That's a really difficult level, especially if you've never played the game before. It's gonna chop through all your lives. So which is what I've done there, and okay, I'm getting lost. Kill that thing.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Even more redundant tutorials, because I've already, I think, defeated a few enemies through charging and some through flame. So get this, yeah. This has always confused me. It has no relevance for the level at all, like. But somehow these flame fireplaces can be lit and like, yeah, weird things. To get past this thing, and no, didn't do it this time. Fly over it and. Somehow managed to get through that.
Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, very scary dark places. Killed this kid. For some strange reason, Spark wasn't going to go get the key. I think it's the one thing Spark doesn't pick up, but I might be wrong there. I just realised I could have actually defeated these enemies already. I think I was remembering the time I tried to do a pacifist mode and you have to like jump through these things. Get them gems. Hiding behind a big enemy. Little cowards, eh? Well, that teaches you from hiding from your rampaging dragon enemy thing. Yeah, as I was saying, those torches and stuff has got that very much very interactive for its time. And we go down and we take this thing out.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
And that's that for this level, so only got town square left. That's going to come useful for later. And I've just completely missed them. So don't know why I'm flying them because I don't honestly need help at the moment.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Time to fly over, and I actually quite like these enemies. When I used to be younger, I don't know, I had a morbid obsession with them. Like, they were in their last moments of their lives and they got the horns things, and Spyro comes along and he just takes them out of their misery.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Lots and lots of chickens. This is a bit of a difficult thing. When I was younger, it was quite difficult. Take a usual couple of attempts to actually glide over there. It's annoying always seeing the Lake Thief and not knowing how to actually get to the film. But yeah, there's more annoying ones later in the game. Going back, I said, treetops. Dead. I think this is the first one of those spinning things. Okay.
Thank you for releasing me.
Rare case where basically you've got back-to-back dragons.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Last route. First half damage then. Good thing there's some chickens. Tasty chickens. Love the animation. I think some of the games for its time did quite well with a lot of the animations in this game. So all the characters, despite its kind of pixelized nature, have a lot of character in them, and I've got yet all 200. So return home. Now it's time to face Toasty. And it's just an orb, but an orb is an orb. And they're called orbs. I'm not actually too sure what they were called. Weirdly enough, this is an example where the common enemies in this level are actually more powerful than the boss itself. The boss, if anyone remembers, is familiar with Spyro, is a bit of a pushover. There's these things that are really difficult, and you gotta spam the flame button. And yep, that one thing there. Annoyingly, there's no fodder, so you can't actually renew your health. So yeah, bit of a devilish thing going on for this level. Oh, and that music is, if anything, the best thing about this game is the music. Stuart Copeland is basically defined the soundtrack of my childhood. It's easy to probably an understatement there. Which, like, I think for a lot of people, this is the game. I think a lot of millennials have a lot of nostalgia for that music. Even on the remaster, I always put on the original mix, not the remastered mix. And there's another dog here. Serves you right for letting the dogs bite whoever comes along their way. Although they don't really bite, they just slam into you.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
Quite intimidating, not really intimidating once you realise it is actually a sheep. Beware of sheep in pumpkin suits, clothing, or whatever, and yeah, he hit me there. So I think I've got enough health to defeat these last three, hopefully. And down to literally no health, so. Did I get? No. Oh, yep, I've got that. And you're toasty. Toast isn't always nice with Nutella. Words of wisdom from your pal Ben. Hey. And while we're at it, I may save my game. And now it's on to that flying level. So the earlier ones are actually not that hard. Like, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. It's the last two ones, I think Wild Flight and Night Flight. I remember the last ones. They're really difficult. But I think the biggest issue, the thing about this one, is you can do everything in like a specific order. So basically what I do is I usually do the chest first and then go through the portals. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for swearing. It's not like we're playing Dark Souls here. And these used to be really difficult when I was younger. Like, I think this is the major thing that stopped me from actually being able to actually complete the game and go into nasty loot, because flying isn't that fun, turns out. These flying things. get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? It's over here, and I'm leaving this. And it's probably going to be another. And it's probably going to be another attempt. Can I get it? And yeah, it's going to be another attempt. So try again. Hopefully, this actually will. And attempt number 4 now. As I said, these were the worst levels. The flying is just so finicky and attempt number 5. I think probably the Reunited trilogies, the flying levels are a lot harder. Like it's difficult to actually engage, and this attempt number 6, the water is pretty yeah, the water is actually pretty difficult to engage when it's water, when it's, well, not water. That's a funny way for me to say that, but hopefully that makes some sense. Oh, it's the last one's Icy Flight, isn't it? It's Night Flight's the second one, and that's actually probably it's probably the easiest. I bet you there's someone that's yelling, saying, "Oh, you I can do this faster than you. This is." Inefficient. Get those down. Get these the final episode of Game of Thrones. And one last one, and somehow Spyro flies into the ceiling there, so. And yes, a new record, and I don't need to do that again, so. And all the hard-earned gems. I think that's going to be all for now. Next time we're going to be going to Peacemakers, where things aren't really that peaceful. So, till then, goodbye.